G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. I'm going to try another Christmas tree because my other one didn't work quite the way I wanted it to. I let it harden too much and then it didn't drip. So I'm going to go again. And I'm not going to use as much resin this time. So hopefully it'll be a little bit thinner and it won't cure so fast. I will link the video that I'm talking about up in the top corner towards the end of this video if you want to see my fail. But look, we learn from our mistakes. So the first thing I'm going to do is, because trees are green generally, I'm going to add some Resin Forest Green alcohol ink, and I'll give it a couple of little squirts there. Stir that in. I think I'll do it quite as dark as the last one. So for this, I am using the same resin as the last Christmas tree. It's the Fast Cure from Let's Resin. It's that one. And this time, oh gosh, I'm stirring too much. I put bubbles in it. This one I put in 220 grams of A and 200 grams of B. Last one I had 600 grams. This one I've only got 400 grams-ish. I did put it in my debubbler, but now I've got bubbles again. Might have to put it back in again. I think actually that's what I did last time, didn't I? I put the colour in and then I put in the debubbler. Oh well, that's okay. I'll just have to put it back in again because I'm getting bubbles now because I'm stirring in my colour. It's always a good idea to, when you've poured your resin into your container, add your colour, then stir it for 4 minutes, then put it into your bubble remover. Otherwise you just get more bubbles like I am now. Alright, I'm going to go and pop this into my Let's Resin bubble removing machine and put the whole jug in. It fits. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. While that's doing its thing, I'll talk to you about this. This is my 30 centimetre mould. Might be a bit bigger than that actually. No, it's about 30, 31, something like that. And I've got a plastic bag that I've cut up to go into this, and I've pressed around the edges there so that hopefully the resin will get right into that. The ink that I'm using came out of the Let's Resin 26-piece alcohol ink box, like that. It's them there. And I will link that for you down in the description. And I'm also going to, that's going to be in the middle there. And then around the outside, I want to add some darker green. I'm going to add some of the mica powder. This is the 60 set. And I've got them sitting upside down so that I can actually see them. I think this was the, no, I used that one. So in the kit you get colour shifting, you get interference, a whole heap of colours, some little spoons as well. So that's that kit. The kit necessarily won't be linked down in the description, but the websites will be, so, and also coupon codes. So I'm going to put a little bit of resin in there, some clear resin. And I'm going to add some of that, and that's going to be for my exterior. Put that back in, and I'm going to put some glitter into my clear resin. The last one I did was red glitter. This one's going to have like a silver. I think it's kind of like a holographic-y. This is just Doris, super chunky. I've had that for years. And then I'm going to add some blue and silver beads, and I'm not sure if I'm going to use these, but I've got those as well, silver and blue snowflakes. Okay, so I'm going to pour some of this resin in here, and that'll be for my outside. I really should have only put it in the debubbler once because it's going to start heating up being in such, so deep. All right, so then I'm going to just pour some of this into there. And where's my stick? There. I'll try and go gently. But because I'm not pouring it very deep, probably only not even 1/4 of an inch deep, Any bubbles that come up, I'll be able to just spray with some isopropyl alcohol. Wouldn't be torching it because I could melt my plastic. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one. This is that little bit with the mica powder in it for the outside. I don't mind if this one has bubbles in it because it's not going to be clear. It doesn't matter if it's got a few bubbles in it. You won't see it, and the bubbles should come up to the surface anyway. So this one, this time, I'm going to stop at 2 hours. The last one I waited 2.5 hours and it was too long. It didn't drip and the middle was kind of set already. So this one I've poured, I'm going to pour thinner and I'm going to wait for the 2 hour mark and see how you go. So if you don't do them often or you don't have the same resin that I've got, you know, it's going to take a different length of time for your resin to get to the right stage. Oh gosh, I'm making a mess here. Oh, I can't push it in properly because the paper's in the way, the plastic's in the way. That's alright, I'll just push it in. Push it in like that. Push, push, push. So yeah, depending on what resin you are using, you know, it may take, well it will, it'll take a different time to get to a point where you want to mold it, either as a bowl or in this case a Christmas tree. And I've used the same, well I will be using the same upside down vase with some cardboard to make a cone at the top. I'll show you that in a minute. Once I've got all this out, push that in. Try and get it in as much as possible because where the resin's really thin, if you don't get it in the proper enough and it's properly enough and it's on a bit of an angle, the thinner the resin, the longer it's going to take to cure. So those areas will sort of drip more. But that's okay, you know, trees have got branches and they're all different heights and levels, and some touch the ground and some are high and some are low, and yeah, so for a tree I think it's perfect to make the drip bowl. Let me just clean my hands, put some isopropyl on them. Alright, so that's done, and now this one. Pour that in. And to clean my jug, all I do is just wipe it out with some paper towel. That's all I do. Nothing terribly difficult. That looks really pretty. I'm glad I didn't make it quite so dark. My last one, I think I put a little bit too much green ink in it. It was quite dark. But this one, I wanted it a little bit lighter so that you could see the glitter. That's really pretty. How sparkly is that glitter? Alright, so I will clean that out with some paper towel. Now, like I said, don't torch it. You can give it a spray with some isopropyl as you see some bubbles come up, if there are any. But basically, that's all I'm going to do for now. And when it gets a little bit more set, closer to the 2 hour time, I'll come and put some beads around it like I did with the other one, because I think that looked quite pretty. And they stuck, so that was a good thing. Alright, I'm going to set my timer for 2 hours. See you then. Right, the 2 hours is up. It's still really soft on the edges. It's soft in the middle. It's left a fingerprint there where I touched it. So the resin was thinner this time. I only used 400 grams instead of 600 grams, so it was thinner, not so deep. And I've only left it for 2 hours, not 2.5. So let's see if we can get some of these little balls on. Just trying to see where the join is. There. Okay. Now I've got a lot more silver ones than I've got blue ones. I can open it. Ah! Tape. Tape. Okay. Oh gosh. It's going to be one of these, isn't it? You got to... Oh, there's an end. There's an end. All right. I think what I'll do is I'm going to put the blue in the middle, like so. And around we go. It's still a bit sticky. And I guess it's going to move and run, maybe. I don't know. The sides will run. I don't know that the top will run very much because it's much firmer. Oh gosh, where was that end now? Where did I put you there? All right. Let's just, actually, have I got any resin left? No. I'll just try and stick it there next to that one. All right, here we go. Whoops, not too close, not too close. So I'm just going to wind this around. It'll kind of look like tinsel on a tree with any luck. Oh, it's harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks. All right, here we go. Get into a little rhythm here. I probably shouldn't worry about it too much. It's probably going to all move. I have more trouble with this side than that side. Probably putting way too much on, aren't I? Press it down a bit. Round we go. This looks pretty. Oops. It's getting stuck on these bits of plastic now that are poking through. I may have to just leave it as the last row here. When I come around again, because it's closer up here than it is down there. Okay, I think this is probably, just finish up to there and then it should be kind of equal, hopefully. I'll just cut that off. Okay, there we go. Oh gosh, all right, I've got a little bit left. All right, so now I just want to make sure that everything's just sort of pushed in a little bit. So this will be the outside, and hopefully I can just put a little star or something on the top. All right. Push those in. Alrighty, now let's move the mold out of the way. Pick up the plastic. Okay, here we go. Now, I need to have this ready to go. Hopefully you can still see. I just need to move this over a little bit. All right, let's try and find the middle. You don't let the plastic curl up on itself. No, 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 you're not letting, no, you're not touching, not touching, not touching, not touching. Do not touch each other, please. give it some little, whoops, we've moved. Pop that back. I think that's about the top there. Okay. It's folding a little bit easier than it did last time. I'll make some folds in it. Come around. Put another little fold there. Another one here. Make sure you're wearing gloves because it's sticky. Nothing worse than touching half-cured resin. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. Oh, no, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. Gosh. Actually, I should have bits of tape ready to, like, tape it down so that nothing moves. All right, I'm just making sure that nothing's going to touch each other because that'll ruin my design. Lots of little folds if I can, because that'll make it look more like a pine tree if I can get lots of little folds in. A bit difficult to fold it where the baubles are, but I'm trying. Okay, how's that? All right, so now what I think I'm going to do is, I might put some, take these gloves off now. I don't know whether it's still soft enough to actually drip. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. I don't know if it's soft enough to still drip, but I'm just going to sort of pull a few pieces of plastic out. Actually, that's not going to work. I need to move this plastic. I'm going to have to move that so I can stick this straight onto my board here. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Obviously need to be a bit longer. I'll reuse the tape just so, because I don't want them curling in on themselves, so I'll just sort of, if I can, keep them a little bit separated. So that the folds don't come in on themselves if I sort of hopefully spread them out a little bit. What do you think? Can't see around the back now. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hopefully that will just stop them from touching each other. Could probably do another fold in there. Oh, can't see around the back. No, look, I won't bother. I won't do it. It's looking good. I don't want to ruin it. I don't think I'm going to get much of a drip though. I think it's just going to be a Christmas tree shape. Oh, I don't think it's going to drip. I don't think so. Oh gosh. It was still really soft on the sides and I thought, oh, for sure it's going to drip, but maybe not, hey? Maybe not. Got to be really careful when you're doing this though, because obviously you've got plastic. I'm going to try with my heat gun just to heat it ever so slightly. Don't know whether or not it'll drip, but let's just give it a bit of heat without melting the plastic and see what it's going to do. A little bit of drippage, you know, I don't mind if there's not a lot, but I'd like a little bit of drippage. This one wants to touch. Come away. No touching, no touching. Okay, starting to get a little bit of drippage on a couple of them. Okay, I'm going to keep fiddling with it a little bit. I won't bore you. I'll see you when it's time to take it off. And let's see if it looks like a Christmas tree. All right, so I finished my taping, and that little bit of heat that I gave it has encouraged a little bit of dripping there, and our beads are kind of dripping. So I think it looks really cool. I hope the beads don't fall right off, but yeah, it's dripping. And up here still relatively transparent. You can see the glitter. I may have gone overboard with the beads. I don't know. So anyway, oh gosh, you're dripping a long way, aren't you? Probably I torched this side more because I was closer than that side. But anyway, there it is. If it drips too much, I can just cut them off. Yeah. Oh, the first one didn't drip enough. This one's dripping too much. I feel like Goldilocks. All right, see you soon. Right, it is ready. I left it overnight and it's good. Yay! So I've had quite a bit of drippage. I don't know whether it's more than I wanted. I didn't really know what I wanted, but anyway, if it probably only dripped a lot, I would have been upset. And if it drips too much, I'll be upset. So I'm hard to please. All right, let's get this off. And there's our little vase. That's what it looks like. I just put it's an envelope. Because it's cardboard, I just folded it around with a cup underneath, just to make that cone shape. All right, look you guys, look. I like how the beads have sort of dropped down. I think it's really pretty. I did put a few of my little snowflakes on. Some of them fell off, so I'll glue them back on. So let's get the plastic out. That's what the inside looks like. Get this plastic out. Now it should come out really easily. If you use something like cling film, it's a bit more difficult to get out, and it sort of tears and bits stay in there. And if you've got a fold, it might be difficult to get it out if it's like the resin's folded onto itself. But generally, oh, just flew off. Generally, you can just peel them out like that. So yeah, if you get a mold, especially from me, because I use this thicker plastic, keep your bag, because then you can use it to make things. You might even be able to use it again, actually, because it's only the inside. It doesn't matter if it's got a few little marks on it. You could potentially use it again. All right, let's have a little look at this. Look. Oh, that's a bit weird. If there's anything that you don't like, you can just trim it off. Let's just snip that off. Gone. Oh, it shot across the side. Shot across the room. Oh, look at that. So we've got some really nice sort of drippage. Now this here, not sure what's going on there. We'll just trim that so that it looks better, because there's a little point sticking out. And then what you could also do, if you've got some sharp edges, just give them a bit of a sand with your nail file, just to sort of curve them again to make them look a bit better, like so. It's not hard to do. I think I trimmed this one because it had the long piece that actually hit the board, and I cut it off. Oh dear. So just give that a bit of a sand. Oh, it's looking really nice. Look at that. Oh, there's something weird there. That's dripped. I'll cut that off. The drippage. Okay, So I'm really happy with all of that. I think it looks really pretty. I don't know about that. I'll take that off and trim that. And hopefully I don't break anything. But yeah, you can, you know, change it a little bit to suit the look that you're going for sure. Just give them a bit of a sanding. Now, I don't have a base. Like, potentially you could get, you know, the cardboard roll that's inside a gift wrap roll. You could maybe get that, put that there, maybe paint it brown so it looks like a trunk of a tree. I don't have one of those at the moment. There's another little bit of a drippage. So I'm going to put a few of these on. Oh, and I don't have a Christmas star. I've got this from some wrapping. I've got that, so that's going to have to do. That's all I've got. But I mean, you could put a star, you could put an angel, you could put whatever you want on top. But yeah, I've only got that, so I'm going to peel off this backing. And you know, it's not ideal, but it gives you an idea. It's got double-sided. Well, it's got sticky tape there anyway. So let's just, I'm going to stick that there. Ta-da! Ta-da! There's my tree. Look at that. I love it. It's certainly better than my previous one. Now, Jewfish glue. Amazing stuff. I just buy it on Amazon. It's yeah, it's great. I use it for everything and anything. So I'm just gonna pop a little bit there. Put that there. Oops, don't fall off. Where else do I want one? Down here maybe. Another little snowflake. Oops, don't stick to me. Oop, which side were you on? That way. Okay. I think that one was pre-used. Turn it round. I probably shouldn't use my fingers. There we go. Stay. And where else do I want another one? Oops, I just dropped one. I think I'll put one in here if it'll stay. If it will stay. Because I've got to kind of bend it on an angle, so I might have to just hold it there for a second. Da-dum-da-dum-da-dum. Oh gosh, is it going to stay? I think I used too much glue. Where did that silver one go? Right, I'm going to have to do this a little bit better, I think. Go back on there, you. I'm just going to have to hold it. So anyway, I will just need to hold it for a few seconds because it's on a bend there. I will take a nice little photo for you and show you what this looks like. I can go there. But look, it's the only sort of decorations I had, so I did the best of what I could with what I had. But I think it's still really pretty. What do you think? Oh, I should get a light, because this is quite clear. How about we put a little light in? And the other thing, if you've got, you know, those little fine wires with little fairy lights, you could maybe wrap that around. Maybe not do it while the resin's wet, but you could do it after. I guess you could do it while the resin's wet, and you could actually have a lighted or lit Christmas tree. What do you think of that? I think that would be amazing. I don't have any of those little lights, but I think it would be really pretty if you did that. Okay, so there it is. It's actually standing up quite nicely on its own. So yeah, really happy with it. If I can find something to put underneath there to hold it up, I will. But I'm going to go and get a light. So if I get a little plastic cup and then put this one on top and move that over a bit. There we go. So that you can't see the plastic cup, but you can still see the little light in there. What do you think? That works well. No need to turn the lights off. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Alright, so I've turned the lights off in the studio. Still can't really get it dark because it's bright outside. It's sun shining outside, but kind of gives you an idea. So it's sitting on that little plastic cup. I think it's really cute, isn't it? It's really pretty. I think it'd look nice on a Christmas table somewhere, just in your lounge room, in your living room at Christmas time. It's really sweet. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed my video. Have a go. Fun to do. And it doesn't matter if it drops in, like it drips like that in funny areas. Like it looks like a natural tree. All right. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.